Good morning. This is our introduction to the very first saga that we're going to be looking at, Egil's Saga. And I know that it looks like it's Egil, but it's actually pronounced Egil. So Egil's Saga is the first one that we're going to be exploring. I thought we would start by talking about some resources that I would recommend for translation and Old Norse in general. So the first one is a grammar book by E.V. Gordon, The Introduction to Old Norse. And this is a pretty standard book if you're going to be learning Norse grammar. It has a lot of great translation examples, practical conversations about pronunciation, inflection, all the things that you need to understand how the grammar of Norse works. A good dictionary is always recommended. And of course, there's Saga's concise dictionary of Old Icelandic. This is a reprint version of this, a more up-to-date, modern, affordable version that's put out by the University of Toronto Press. Highly recommend that. Of course, the Cadillac of Icelandic Old Norse dictionaries is the Cleesby Vigfusson version. It is much more expensive, but it is a little bit more extensive in terms of example sentences and the sort of apparatus that's very helpful if you're puzzling through a word or iterations of some of the vocabulary. So those are the research tools that I would use to help translate. To talk about the saga itself, we're going to be working off of the Islendika Fornrit version of Egil's Saga, and it is the second volume in that series. And behind me, you can see the rest of the Fornrit. And this will be the standardized text that we're working from. There are 4 manuscript versions of Egil's Saga, and this does a very good job of trying to harmonize to create a sort of exact text, comprehensive text of the saga. In terms of translations, if you need assistance, there is the Penguin Classic tale of Egil's Saga, translated by Bernard Scudder. It's a very good resource. We'll probably be referring to it a lot. And just some pieces that talk about the context of Egil's Saga. There's this volume that's out by the University of Toronto Press, Egil the Viking Poet, and a lot of good material in there. So those are the kind of background pieces that just to kind of familiarize you with what I typically am going to use as we move forward through these pieces.